Hello there, how's it going? So, I literally can't contain my excitement because I'm so excited to make this video. So, today I'm going to show you the service that I've been working on, the done for you service that is going to allow you to sign your next 10 clients, guaranteed, by the way. So, it's not appointments, it's not show ups. I'm showing you how you're going to assign your next 10 clients completely guaranteed. And I'm just going to give you guys a disclaimer. The only reason I'm making this video in the first place is to get you to book a call. That's the only reason I'm making this video. So I'm going to do my best to create as much conviction as possible and show you a good enough reason and why you should actually book the school to be able to help me get you closer to your goal. Okay? So I've been obviously, I've been making a lot of videos going over value, all that type of stuff you can implement and see results. So this video is going to be a little bit different because I am directly pitching you guys something. So without further ado, let's just jump right into it, man. So I'm going to show you what the organic scaling protocol is. And this is a done for you service that guarantees that you add at least 5 to 10 new clients minimum. I mean, that even shouldn't really say 5 to 10. It's 10 clients new minimum, new clients. And that's people paying you and you're getting the money in your bank account, by the way. Like, that's no joke. So if your offer is 3K, if your offer is 5K, if it's 6, 7, 8, 9, even 10, we'll guarantee that, okay? And the way we're going to do this is we're going to help you launch or scale an existing coaching offer to an audience that already follows you. So you could already tell this is going to work for people who already have people that are following them. You have an audience of people and you just want to release something to the market that people are going to pay for. So, and we are only going to charge a monthly retainer once you start making at least 10K a month from our services. So you only start paying us on a monthly basis once you start making 10K. A lot of people try to take the monthly thing straight away, even though they haven't done anything. They'll be like, oh, no worries, like we just have to keep the service on going. But we only justify this by actually making you the amount of money that you want to be making. So this is already an indirect guarantee that you will at least make 10K from our services if you want to keep continuing with us. And if it doesn't work, this is the crazy part about it, it's a full money back guarantee in the time period that we set, because we don't want to actually waste anyone's time. And in the rare situation where we just have to, for example, we bring you on, we had a discovery session and we just for whatever reason said that you're going to be a great fit, then we bring you on and then you just didn't get any results, that is completely on us. That's not you, that's completely on us. And then what we're going to do is we obviously reverse the risk and we're going to give you the money back. Like, this whole part is literally just us risk reversing, because we are only saying we're going to start taking a monthly retainer once we obviously start making you take a month from services. And if we don't do that, it's a complete full money back guarantee in the time period that we set for you. So the worst case scenario you're going to get if you work with us is you get all your money back and you get to keep all of our SOPs and everything forever. And you can still get the option to continue working with us until you want to get the result that you want. Okay? So this rarely ever happens. We've had like less than a 1% refund rate in the entire time of us running businesses. So it's very unlikely this to happen because of our very rigorous sales process and our very rigorous vetting process, because this service is not easy for us. It is a lot of work. So in the unlikely situation that this happens, that is your worst case scenario, okay? So I'm going to walk you guys through exactly what this is for, okay? Just to give you a recap, it's a done for you service, 10 clients minimum. We only start charging you a retainer once you start making at least 10K a month from our services. So this is for agency owners that want to transition into coaching offers, but this is mainly for coaches and consultants. So if you're an agency owner and like you want to come in with something like this is not really going to work, because a lot of the times you get dumbed down by your fulfillment, so like it becomes extremely difficult to scale. But however, if you have an audience and you actually want to transition into coaching, then this will work extremely well for you. If you're already a coach or consultant, this is also going to work for you as well too. So this is mainly for people who have a hard time booking meetings. Like, if it just sucks to have empty people on your account, it sucks. I know it's not easy. So for you, if that's you, this is definitely gonna work for you. If you work with all of the coaches, you've got all the courses, you pay for all those things, but you still find yourself overwhelmed with the amount of work you have to do, then this is exactly for you. And maybe you might have been burned in the past as well too. Like, maybe you worked with someone and you had a bad apple, you had a bad actor in your life, and you paid them so much money and you just didn't get a result. We actually want to work with those types of people because we know how it feels to obviously pay for something and not get the result that you want. And we want to obviously change your perspective on how things are, because we actually want to show you what a good service will look like. And if you're finding it extremely hard for people to come to you through your personal brand, then this is exactly for you. You want to be attracting your clients. You don't want to be chasing them. If you want to be in that boat, then this is exactly for you. And let's say you're spending around 20 to 25 hours a week in your business and you feel like a slave, like you're just working in the business, not like actually on the business. Like right now I'm working on it because I'm just making content. I have other people in the background that are actually doing a lot of the heavy lifting for me. So I'm not in it, I'm on it. And if you don't want to feel like a slave, then this is going to work for you. Okay. And let's say you already have an audience of at least 3,000 to at least 10,000 people following you on one platform. If you have more, that's even better. But if you have that audience of that amount of people, this will work extremely well for you, because the more people you have following, the better, because we're going to do this all through the content and all through the people who are following you. And if you feel like, oh, my audience is not going to be able to buy all this stuff, blah, 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 trust me, we are going to be able to craft something that people are not going to be able to say no to. Okay. And if you already have a good product, you get your clients results, but you just find it extremely hard to get in front of the right people, then this is for you. If you want to have location, time freedom, and the freedom just to be able to do whatever you want, whenever you want. Like I know how nice that feels. Like it's really nice to just be able to be like, you know what, I'm just gonna go to this place, for example. You know what, I'm just gonna go over here, for example. And you have the freedom to be able to do that. A lot of people are just stuck every day, 8 hours, 12 hours every single day, calls left, right, and center, coaching calls they have to take, and they're not able to do the things that they love. Like if they know for a fact if they take a week off their business, it's completely gone the next time they come back. So you don't want to be in that situation, essentially. So you want to be able to do what you want whenever you want. And if you're a person that wants that, then I promise you this is going to work for you. And if you want a consistent and a predictable meeting output, and also you want to be able to consistently have closed deals every single month, this is going to be for you. Okay. And if you want to at least have, 10 to 30K coming in every single month, obviously 10K is the guarantee. And obviously signing 10 clients over the period of working with us is another guarantee as well too. So if you want to have that amount of money coming in, whatever the price your product is, whatever it is, you will have that essentially. And if you want to be able to impact and change the lives of the people that you coach with and the people that you work with, this is going to be for you. Okay. So what does the service actually even do in the first place? So what we're going to do is we're actually going to help you craft an offer and a message that actually resonates with the market that you want to service. Okay. So everything is always going to start from your offer. If your offer sucks, no one's going to buy it. So the way that we do this is we actually do the research for you. So we'll come in and actually give you our SOPs on how we actually craft offers and how we actually do the market research to get people to convert. And then we'll have calls to schedule to just figure out what that thing is. And if you want to see what that looks like, this is what we did for a recent client, where we crafted a $1 million offer, and we went into so much detail going over the risk reversal, the niche, the time frame, the quantifiable result. And then at the end of it, he had his offer, which was actually pretty good. And I remember when he did this post, which his post was, I help busy professionals sell to an hour without even doing the work using my lean side hustle system. And if it doesn't work, pay. We created this offer for him. And I remember when we did the first attention post, in the first, I think, an hour, he got 20 people to just be like, yes, I want this. And it's crazy how well this works, because you can just repeat this for whatever your email list, your followers, blah, blah, blah. And you can just make money on demand, by the way. Like, it's actually crazy. So these are the types of things that we're going to help you work on, like just working on that. And we have SOPs on how to do it. And when it comes to the market research, we're going to be able to do all those things in the back end. So there's going to be a detailed explanation on how we do this market research a bit later. But this, just to give you an example, we're going to be asking people directly what they actually want to buy, and then depending on what they say, we're going to use that as marketing angles and sales angles in your offer to be able to get people to buy your stuff. Okay, pretty cool. And then we're going to show you how we're going to craft the content that's going to get you in front of the right people that actually want your service. So if you don't have for example, if you don't have any content that is actually going out to these people, no one's going to pay attention to you. If there's no traffic, there's no money. Like, everything always starts from the traffic as well too. So you need to be able to make sure that you're crafting content that gets you in front of the right people. And then this is where it becomes extremely done for you. we are actually going to edit and distribute that content completely for you. So if you're making shorts, if you're making long form content, that content is going to be edited and distributed by our team. So what I mean by distributed is that they're going to be posted by our team. So you didn't even have to post the videos yourself, okay? And what we're going to do from there is we're actually going to help you launch and scale your coaching program to your audience, okay? So once we've got the offer itself, we've got the content ready, then obviously we're going to work on some of this, like some backend systems and whatnot, but we're going to help you launch and scale your own coaching program, because now we know what people want to buy. We know how to get traffic. It's just a point of just getting people to see it. And then from there, what we're going to do after that is we're actually going to systematize and remove yourself from acquisition, so you can book at least 3 calls every single day. And if you think that's crazy, like booking 3 calls every single day, well, how much is that? That's like 3 times 5. That's like 15 calls every single week. Is extremely possible when you have a tiny audience. Like one of our clients, Raheem, he books at least 3 calls a day. And if you don't believe it, I can actually show it to you because I made a video on it. So obviously some of this stuff is going to be blurred, but I think you should be able to see some of the timestamps. It's, I think Monday he booked to Sunday or Saturday, obviously not many people working. Friday he booked 4 calls actually. Thursday he booked 3. Tuesday he booked 2. Monday he booked 3. It's actually ridiculous the amount of output is going. Obviously I have to blur the names out, but you can obviously see like the notifications or whatnot. So it's like, it's actually ridiculous the amount of calls you can be getting with something like this. And the best part about that is that he's not even doing it himself, because what we do is we actually place an appointment setter that does all the heavy lifting for you, and they're going to be using my SOPs that has been proven. Like these SOPs have got me hired for a multi 6-7 figure company. I'm talking multi 7 figures that actually paid me money, like hard money, cash in my bank, to coach their clients on how I do my acquisition, because it was that damn good. So I literally have this whole training going over exactly everything that I do when it comes to acquisition. I have my Facebook outreach modules. Like obviously this isn't designed super well, but like you can just look how detailed this is. Like you click on this loom and then boom, it takes you to the document. Everything's in there. You go in here, obviously, then you see how to create context, how to get people to respond. There's videos over there. Then the qualified segue approach. There's videos over there as well too. It's actually just like so much detail to the point that it just doesn't make sense for someone to come in and not be able to book appointments. And the best part about that is that I am not selling you a course, that I'm not selling you that thing and then I'm like, hey, here's the stuff, go do it. Someone else is doing it for you. So you are not the person that's going to go through this content. And the best part about that is that every single person that gets placed has already gone through content about me. The reason why I'm able to do that is because we actually have a community around appointment setting. For example, I'll just show you really quickly. Here's the community, by the way. And essentially what happens over here is I basically get people to join this community completely for free, and I train them up as appointment setters. And essentially what happens there is they get so damn good. Anytime I do a job post for someone that has, like, let's say for example, if you're a client and you need an appointment setter to come in, I will get really highly targeted people that know what they're doing, because this is just centered around my appointment setting training. And I only let people who have already been existing appointment setters in this training. So you know that you're going to get the best of the best, and you know you're going to get people that actually know what they're doing, because I'm getting them from I'm training them up from where they are to get them to where they want to be, which is obviously really good at what they do. So that's that, and that person gets placed for you. You don't have to think about it. And the best part about that is that we actually manage them as well too. So we are responsible for them actually getting you the results that you want. Okay. And then after that, we're actually going to help you build a sales process that will at least help you get 15 to 20% extra qualified calls, 15 to 20% more show-ups, and then 15% to 20% extra closed deals. If you think that's crazy, the sales process is so robust to the point that we have SOPs for everything. We have the SOP for when someone books a call, we have the SOP for obviously the sales script, what you're going to say. We have the SOP for the pre-call workflow. So like what happens before the call even happens in the first place. So it's like there's so much data that goes behind this, because this is stuff that's proven and this is stuff that works. You don't like, we've done this thousands of times, and like not thousands, but we've done this so many times to the point that it's just repeatable when we know what works. Okay. And this will eventually allow you to be removed from your sales process And even the best part about this is even crazy. We actually, once you get to the point that you're making at least like, 20, 30, let's say you want to scale past that, we actually place a closer for you completely free of charge. Okay. You might think that's crazy, but be like, okay, how does that even make any sense? But what is crazy about this is we've actually partnered up with one of my good friends, Hassan, that actually trains closers and places them in B2B and B2C companies. And if you want to look at the example of closed deals these guys get, they close deals every single day, like 9K PIF, 3K PIF. And Hassan is personally coaching these people every single day. It's actually ridiculous. And we have this pool of talent that we can just tap into any single time you need someone to take calls for you, just close deals for you on autopilot. So if you run an event, for example, and you just need someone to just come in, someone really good, just take the calls, take warm calls, you don't want to take any calls anymore, boom, got that sorted. And now you're just printing cash on demand, which is the crazy part about this. So we're basically going to help you systematize your whole operations of your business when it comes to the content, the appointment sets, and the sales, and even helping you structure the fulfillment. Like, for example, obviously the stuff that goes on in the back end, like your VSL, your landing page, the automations that go behind it, all that technical stuff that you just don't want to deal with and you don't even know what to start with. I can't detail it in this video because there's just so much, but I'm going to show you and there's going to be a separate video on my website that just goes over everything in extreme detail. It's probably going to be about like 30 minutes that goes into everything. If you're really just curious, okay, what do I actually get? Then you can watch that video. But just as a brief summary, I'm going to show you exactly what you're going to get from the software. You're going to get a market proven offer that your that your audience actually wants to buy. Okay, so you get a proven offer that's validated that people actually want to pay for. You get a done for you content strategy that consists of us editing, distributing, and posting the content for you. So that means you get a dedicated editor and you get a dedicated social media manager that does all the heavy lifting for you. And then you get a trained appointment setter that will use our proven SOPs when it comes to booking appointments, getting people placed, and we are actually going to manage them in your company. So you don't even have to look at them, because if you were to manage them, they wouldn't perform well. And that's not me saying anything bad. It's just me saying that you want to be basically getting the people who know what they're doing, actually doing the management. Okay. So I will be personally managing them and my team as well too, making sure that they're doing the things that they're supposed to do. And then optional by the way, once you do get to the point, you will get a closer. I'm not saying you're going to get them straight away. Once you get to the point that you feel like, hey, I need someone to come in, you're actually going to get an optional closer that will come in once the volume is there to take and close the sales calls completely for you. Okay, so once you get to the point that you're like, hey, Mies, this is too much, like I just have too much calls, and obviously you get to this point extremely quickly, the closer will come in and actually take the calls for you. So you even have to think about trying to find a closer, trying to vet them, having to interview them, having to, do the job post, whatever. We actually just do it for you. We just get you someone, boom, like that, 24 hours, boom, they're placed. Just like that, which is crazy. And best part about this is you're gonna get tri-weekly meetings that are gonna be done by us with your acquisition team. So if you have a setter and a closer, every 3 times every week we're gonna meet up with them, making sure that they're actually doing the work that they're supposed to be doing, making sure they're hitting the data KPIs, making sure they're hitting the end of day reports, and we're tracking and we're making sure everything is happening on a consistent basis. Okay, so if you think that's crazy, like, keep watching. And you're gonna get weekly meetings with the content team, giving you reports on how your content is performing and the next steps every single week to reach more people. And then you're even going to get monthly reports going over the content, the acquisition, the sales, and the next steps we're going to use from the first month to actually improve in the next month. And the next month comes in, we use that, we improve in the next month. So you're always getting constant feedback. You know what is happening every single day. There is no way you are going to be left in the dark or get lost in the ether. And the reason why we can command stuff like this is because obviously this is a document that goes over everything in detail. There will probably be a link to this in the description, but the results that we've been able to get have been crazy. Raheem's been able to scale to 40K in a single month, and he's only been able to do this with, I think, 4,000 followers, guys. Like less than 4,000 when we started, and he's booking around 2-3 calls a day, like I just showed you before. With the process, it's actually ridiculous. And then we have Alex who closed out, I think, 9K worth of deals in 11 days without process. And I think this was through Facebook, and he only had 1,200 followers, which is actually kind of crazy. Then we had Mike who did it with 5K followers. You had Lisa who's doing it 1.2K followers as well too, or obviously with our process. We have Steve, we have Carol. It's like it just keeps going. Like I didn't add as many in there, but like even if you go on my website, you just see even more wins as well too. So it's like the stuff is there, the results are there, and the thing actually works, because obviously people wouldn't have paid me tons of money to teach them if it didn't work specifically. So just to give you a summary of everything that you get your offer that's dialed in, you get your content strategy that's dialed in, you get the people who are dialed in to actually do the work for you, then you get the train appointments, and then once your volume is actually going too crazy, you're actually going to place your closer. And this is going to only happen once your offer is launched and scaled. And like I said, the guarantee is that you at least sign 10 clients, and we only start taking the monthly retainer once you start making at least 10K a month from our services. So what is the catch? We can only work with 6 people at any given month. Like, it's not even a joke, because this is not fake scarcity of me trying to say, oh, we can only have 6 people with 6 slots left. But for me, just saying this, you can imagine the amount of work that goes behind this. So if we actually go past 6 people, I'm actually going to get tapped out, because there's no way we're able to going to operate and get people the good results that we want if we have too many people working with us. Okay, we don't want to have a service where there's just so much people going on. We want to have a very select few people that we're just getting crazy results for, and then scaling them up from there specifically, because we don't actually need a lot of clients for something like this to make it worthwhile. And obviously there is a no pressure demo. So what I've done is I'm gonna make this call that you want to be able to schedule 15 minutes of your time, and all I'm gonna do is just see if this is even right for you in the first place. So under this video, there's gonna be a link to actually book a call. It's 15 minutes of your time, 15 minutes, and all I'm doing is just figuring out if this is gonna be work for you. There is no pitch, there is no sale that is made on that demo. All I'm just gonna see is figure out, okay, cool, does this make sense for you in the first place? And if it does, I'll actually give you a link to actually schedule another call where we're gonna figure out if you're gonna be a good fit for our program. Okay, and then we're gonna see ways we can actually potentially move forward with something like this if you want this to be implemented in your business. So the link in the description is gonna be for 15 minutes of your time. If you feel like you're interested and you want to be vetted for something like this, that's the first link you need to click. 15 minutes. Like I promise, it's not going to take anything. Worst case scenario, you're going to leave with actionable steps. And like I said, there is no pitch or sale in that call. Okay, so if you feel like this is interesting for you, and you actually want us to come in and completely overhaul your marketing, make sure that you guarantee your next 10 clients, and obviously, have people who are incentivized to actually scale you, because our incentives are aligned. Because if we don't scale you, we have to give you back your money. So we want you to actually make a lot of money from this, and that's why I'm making this video. So if you're interested, like I said, 15 minutes of your time, figure out if this even makes sense for you in the first place, and I guess we'll speak very, very soon. Peace out.